Hola y un abrazo fuerte. Today I'm going to share how I am downsizing and minimizing my property, both house and personal property, in the US in order to move to Mérida, Mexico. First off, I find it very helpful to understand the why behind things. Why do we hold on to things? One of my downsizing strategies was to sell my big house and move into a smaller house. I'm not quite ready to make the move to Mérida, Mexico yet, so I still need a roof over my head. And I sold my 2,000 square foot house and bought a tiny house and remodeled it. That's where I am right now. And this house is 550 square feet. And spoiler, at the end of the video, I'm going to show you my only storage in this house. And for me, it will be sight unseen because I haven't been up there in a little bit and I'm not going to do any editing. We're just going to go see what we see. My big house, I loved. Don't get me wrong. It was a beautiful house. I enjoyed updating it. When I went to purchase my house in Mérida, Mexico, I refinanced the bigger house so that I could have money to buy the house in Mexico. Well, when I refinanced it, I ended up taking in a roommate to offset the cost, and that was lovely. I absolutely loved it. Fabulous roommate. The house lived like a duplex, but he passed away after 2 years, and that was sad. And after that, I decided no more roommates. Maybe I should touch on that a little bit just so y'all don't wonder, like, what the heck happened? Never move in with Amy. Yeah, he was older. He was 80 when he moved in, and he developed cancer and stayed with me for 2 years until his last day. And that was, by his choice. It was very peaceful, and I'm super happy to have hosted him for that time and for that time in his life. Okay, so now you know it is safe to stay with Amy. Oh, but I digress. The result of selling the bigger house and moving into a smaller house is it helped me pare down my things. It cut my mortgage in half. It cut my utility bill by probably a quarter of what it was. And I really enjoy it. It gave me that time and space I needed to go through things and go, okay, what am I keeping? What am I not keeping? And let's jump right into that. So when I went to remodel this tiny house where I am, I took all my belongings out of the big house and I put them in a storage unit. And unfortunately, I hate storage units. It did not fit in a storage unit. I had a storage unit and a half, which was just annoying as all get out. But I didn't know, this is what I'm telling myself, I didn't know what items I was going to take from the big house and ultimately use to furnish the tiny house. So I put everything in storage while I worked on this remodel that you see right here behind me. I'll add a few pictures for fun. This is my tiny house. I love it. So what I did is when the remodel was complete, I put all the things in the tiny house that were super sentimental, precious, looked good in the space, or things I think that maybe I will end up taking down to Mexico. And what remained in the storage unit got thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner until I was down to the last few things that I thought I was going to take to Mexico. I assumed I was going to do the whole storage pod down to Mexico thing. And I took one look at the storage unit after I thinned it out a lot and thought, what am I doing? Why am I holding on to some of these things? Do I miss the Mongolian buffet that was 100 years old that I bought myself for my 40th birthday? Yeah, I kind of do. I was like, wow, that was a hard one to let go of. But you know what? The person who bought it, super cool person, helps people with like transitionary housing. And that was for her own space. And because I met her and she had that need, I was like, wait a minute, let me just throw these in. You want these 2 end tables in great shape? You want this coffee table? So she took those to help some other people with housing. And I never would have met that person. So that person is enjoying it. She's experiencing joy. I experienced joy while I had it and was able to let go and say goodbye to those things. So back to my discussion on the why. Why do people hold on to things? There's lots of reasons. And I think if you understand what your why is, it'll help you to clear out your things, whether you're just decluttering, minimizing, or getting ready for a move. So one of the biggest reasons that people hold on to things is the just in case. Ooh, just in case I need that crock pot. Do you need that crock pot? I just say that because I used to have one. I ended up giving it away. And once in a while, I want a crock pot. I walk down to my neighbor's house and I say, can I borrow your crock pot? She's like, sure. So the just in case is one of the biggest reasons that people hold on to things. Know your reason. Another reason people hold on to stuff is identity. Those ticket stubs, that concert t-shirt that doesn't fit you anymore, but you went to that concert. For me, that will be a beautiful framed poster from a film festival that I've gone to 5 or 6 times with a group of friends. I'm not gonna be able to pack it down there. I don't think it'll fit the scheme of things. So I'll probably give it to one of my filmmaker friends, but you will not lose your identity and your sense of who you are if you give up your things that are identity related. And then there's the big ugly monster called status. People hold on to things for status, or as we call it, keeping up with the Joneses. I'm trying to think if I have any, well, certainly not my car. I drive this old car, but she's faithful and paid for, so I'm gonna continue to drive her. My poor car. 195,000 miles, baby. But keeping up with the Joneses is a big reason that people hold on to things that might be considered like status symbols. Security is a big reason that people hold on to things. This touches a little bit for me as well. Feeling like, okay, I'm prepared now. I have all of those things. Not only do I have the saucepan and all the variety of quarts, I have this pan and that pan. I don't know why I keep going to kitchen things. I don't cook that much. I usually grill. But security is a big reason, and feeling like you need something. Now, this is a really weird one because it has nothing to do with like spending a lot of money. It's the hunt at the thrift store for me. This is a family thing. My mom and I love to go to the thrift store, and I grew up with this culture that my mom bestowed on me, that you need something in brown and black and tan, right? Like my mom has a purse, and gray. My mom will have a purse and a belt and shoes in brown, black, and tan, and gray sometimes. Now I've stepped away from that. I will carry a purse until, I don't know, a couple years. And then I'm like, maybe I need something different. But that for us is a big thing, is that need. Oh, my mom would say, I need a brown purse, or I need these brown boots. I'm like, do you need it? So my stepmom, when I was a young teenager, said to me once, is that a need or a want? And at the time I hated it, but now I love it, right? Do you need that? No. Do you want it? Yeah, it's okay to say, I want that. But do I want it in black, brown, tan, and gray? Heck no. As a matter of fact, for thrift storing, this is funny. I'm sitting here at my cabinet. I'm just gonna grab this because I think it's fun. In the category of thrift storing and things that I can move to Mexico, I decided that I like, pardon me, I like collecting napkins. I like, ooh, this is a nice linen one. I like, this is my silly thrift store outing. My mom likes to have something to search for when we go, for gifts and things. So I had to give her something, or I was gonna end up with a bunch of cashmere sweaters, and I'm moving to Mexico. So I said, Mom, I like cloth napkins. I don't like paper napkins. They're nice, they're luxurious. You throw them in the wash, they get better and better. So anyway, there you have that. I don't need them, but I sure want them. Another reason people hold on to things is territorialism. I have a very embarrassing story, and I'm going to admit this. And if for some reason this woman is out there, I will give you this shirt. So I was at a store, and it was one of these outlet stores, so they only have a few of whatever, and I found this white linen shirt, and I was like, ooh, I kind of like this. Yeah, this could look good on me. So I took it off the rack. It was the only one in my size, and I started to walk away with it. And I was milling around the store, and I was kind of going, I'll save that money and not add this to my already overpopulated wardrobe. These two women walked up Oh, I'm so embarrassed at myself, but whatevs, I'm human. So these two women walk up and they were looking at the same shirt, and the woman was like, oh, they don't have it in my size. And I was holding her size in my arms. You guys, I didn't go over and give it to her. And what's worse, I haven't worn the shirt. Oh, I am, okay, so this was at the Ralph Lauren outlet store in Vancouver, Washington. So woman, if you're out there, I will mail you this shirt. You have to describe it to me though, because I only have one of them and I don't want like 100 people going, that's me. Anyway, so I'm going to quit talking about the different whys because there are more of them, but I want you to know where I'm getting this information. This is one of the best books I have ever bought on helping me to psychologically reduce personal property. And it's by Karen Kingston. It's called Clear Your Clutter with Feng Shui. It's an old book. This book's 25 years old. Every time I see it at the thrift store, I pick up copies. I've probably owned 20 copies of this book because I keep giving it to people. It's cheap. I'll put a link down below. I'd love it if you'd use my link because I'm now an associate. So there you go. This has helped me thin through my things, say goodbye to things, let them pass through me and on to the next person. And here we go. I'm getting ready to downsize, minimize, and move my life to Mérida, Mexico. Okay, please do not do this at home. Hey, welcome to my storage unit. Lesson number 1, don't fall down the hole. Okay, here we are up in the storage area. My house is 550 square feet, but the bedroom and all the ceilings are exposed except over the bedroom area, which is just a regular, 10 by 12 space. I've got a pull down ladder, and I shouldn't be huffing and puffing, but I am. And up above that is this little storage area. Now I'm starting to look through here and I'm already going, like this was a thrift store find. This is called a tumble up. Isn't it pretty? Can I take that with me? Probably not. Am I going to bubble wrap this and put it in my suitcase? Probably not. But this is very handy considering how much storage I have. Suitcases. Okay, that's normal. Old photographs. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do with this bin of old photos? Oh my God, that's my mom and dad. Oh, isn't she pretty? Okay, some of that's going to have to come with me, but let's just take a little tour of my storage where I could practice what I preach. Okay, storage unit, got some stuff. Old seeds, these need to go away. I tried to grow some of them and they're no good. How many paper clips and post-it notes do I really need? I don't know. Cool posters. That box of art is coming with me. It's not bad. It's not bad up here. This little suitcase is probably going to give up the ship. The zipper's about ready to go. Gifts I got that I don't, I don't want that. I got it for Christmas. That cool film poster I was talking about, right there. Love it. I painted this little Halloween painting. I put it out. Isn't it cute? Here's these really cool mid-century glasses. Beautiful condition. I can't really take them though. Oh, here's something else that's useful. This is a collapsible dolly. And I've taken it before to the airport because I've packed a box before. It's very handy. It's not bad. It's not terrible up here. Okay, you guys, I'm not that bad. Oh, that's my dog. Okay. Well, former dog. Magoo passed away. This is Magoo. There you have it. I know that was exciting to go through the storage in my tiny house, but this is it. This is down to all the remaining things that I own. I have no storage unit. I have no garage. So it's all here or in Mexico. Thank you so much for watching. Un abrazo fuerte. Besitos y cuídate mucho.
Bla, bla, bla.